Executive VP of the Trump Organization, Eric Trump's here. Eric, did you notice your dad a little changed last night?
Yeah, there's no question. There was a humbleness. And, you know, it's honestly, I'm infuriated as I just watch you go through this intro. I mean, my father almost lost his head because of that incompetence. Think about that excuse. Secret Service isn't capable of walking up a roof that has a narrow pitch. My 4-year-old daughter could have walked up that roof, and they let a gunman at 130 yards, which is a chip shot. It's a 4-inch putt. Take a shot at the former president of the United States and very likely the future president of the United States from 130 yards away because they were afraid to step on a narrow roof. That's really her excuse. Jesse, it's infuriating. It's infuriating. It's an act of God that he survived. And honestly, when he walked in here last night, I've never been more proud of the guy in my entire life. I was in tears. I think the entire place was in tears. The cheers were unbelievable. I think he walked in with a graciousness, with a humbleness, probably, you know, thankfulness to be alive. Because honestly, in any other situation, he probably wouldn't be alive. But you hear this nonsense come out of Washington. We deserve better as a country. We deserve a whole lot better than this as a country.
The sloped roof excuse hoax, that's what we're going to be calling it. Your dad apparently ripped up the convention speech after surviving this assassination attempt. And it's going to be different now.
Yeah.
How's it going to be different, and why is it going to be different?
He wanted to be very unifying. He told me that directly. He goes, I want to be incredibly unifying. And listen, I think your eyes, you know, your life probably flashes a little bit before your eyes. You know, it was millimeters away from being game over. And can you possibly imagine what that means for this country? You know, I mean, could you imagine a former president being executed on live TV? I was watching this with my daughter, with my son on my lap at home. The whole country was watching it. The whole world saw those images. That was going to be the image of American greatness. That's what we want to project to the rest of the world, all because of incompetent Secret Service director and a president that does not know his Secret Service director is a female, not a male. You know, this is what we're dealing with. And then you have the personal anger that I have as a son, as a person who absolutely adores the man, as a person who would do anything for the man. I get to watch it on TV because of their incompetence. Jesse, it's unthinkable. I mean, how in modern day world can this possibly happen? But I'm telling you, the love in this room, you see it right now. The love in this room when he walked out was unbelievable.
When you hear about the fact that not only they were cat and mousing this assassin, they were allowing your father to take the stage and stay on stage, what does that tell you, and do you feel safe? Is your father safe for the rest of the campaign?
You know, my heart breaks because I know some of the agents that were around him, and they jumped on top of him, and they would absolutely have taken a bullet for him. And I know these people personally, and they're amazing people, but, I mean, what happens if this threat was 300 yards away, which isn't a long shot, or 400 yards away is not a long shot in modern terms? You know, would they have even picked it up at that point? I mean, they don't pick it up at 130 yards. They're not picking it up at 400 yards. So it makes me wonder about the whole perimeter around him. And again, my heart breaks because the people who were on the ground, they did their job, and they could have eaten a bullet too. But it can't happen. We almost lost a great man. We almost lost a great leader, and I truly believe a leader that will go down as the modern-day George Washington, the modern-day Jefferson. I mean, he's in the ranks of those leaders. I really believe that.
Yep. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.